The following is just a small clip on how Plan Uganda is setting up operations in the north of Uganda. This is after the influx of refugees from South Sudan.
I'm called Dr. Johnson. Yes, I am the Deputy Settlement Commandant of Mani Settlement. We got information that there was some kind of disagreement in Juba that led to the influx of refugees into this area. On day one, we started receiving about 1,000, but when we reached the middle, we could receive actually between 2,000 to 3,000 refugees every day. And as we talk now, we have registered about 35,000 refugees, and we are left with about yet 15,000 to register. The situation has normalized a bit, but when they had just started coming, actually the partners were thin on the ground, and we were actually almost in a state of confusion. But thanks God the partners came in, and as I talk now, we are trying to deliver services to these refugees. And as you can see, lorries moving. So far we are relocating the refugees from the reception center, where we are now, to various settlements in the Adjumani district. As we talk now, we have about 9 settlements spread all over Adjumani district. Of course, the biggest now where we are taking refugees being Numazi 1 and Numazi 2. And so far we have offloaded about 20,000 now in the settlements. And as I talk now, the situation has really improved a little bit, because the population here at the beginning was actually too high. But implementing partners came in and handled the issues of water, handled the issues of sanitation, and we're moving on. I would advise Plan to actually implement their activities in the settlements, because here is a reception center. I am sure within 2 weeks from now, we shall have offloaded all this population to the various settlements. So I would advise you to implement your activities inside the settlement, and if anything, you have also to establish an office with enough of your manpower in terms of staff on the ground. Otherwise, if you are to commute from wherever you are, being it in Nairobi or Kampala, it will be help much. You should actually establish yourself down on the ground here. Because when we talk to these refugees, according to them, they are yet not hopeful to go back home soon. They are yet to come and stay. Since we are focusing on all these areas, beginning with the child protection, that one is really very, very, very important. You realize that when we started receiving these influx, actually the majority who were coming were children and women. But when we interface with them about where their parents are, especially the fathers, they would always tell us that for us, we ran, we flee from war when our fathers were either at work or possibly in the front line. Some report that our fathers were killed. So you will realize that up to almost 70 to 80% of the refugees here are mainly children and mothers. So your intervention on this category are really very, very, very important. In the current settlement that we are settling refugees in, so far there is only about 2 more homes for 20,000 refugees, only 2 boreholes. So if you are to come in, you will have water points whereby we have boreholes which were dug sometimes back. You will also have to renovate those ones, and if possible you sink even more. And this one may not only be in New Mazi, but also in other settlements, as I mentioned to you earlier. We include like Alere, Boroli, Oligi. There are very many settlements here. We have actually 9. And at the end of it all, we are likely to realize between 50 to 60,000 with the NFIs. It is true that human needs doesn't end, and there are certain goods that are perishable. You can bring soap. I can use soap today, tomorrow it is not there. So you have to. So we really encourage other implementing partners really to come and help UNHCR. Because as I talk now, it is true that the UNHCR has supplied NFIs. I can recall another organization, Lutheran World Federation, brought in also some items. But to the best of my knowledge, all these are not yet enough. I encourage you, please, come in and help.